Hello and welcome to Kicktalk Reboot. Here are this weekend's results. West of Scotland Super League Premier Division. Auchinleck 4, Petershill 1. Beath 3, Troon 2. Glenafton 3, Halford 2. Irvine Meadow 1, Pollok 1. Kilwinning 0, Atherley 0. Shettleston 2, Roberoy 0. West of Scotland Super League First Division. Winton 3, Cumnock 4. Blantyre 2, Yoka 3. Clydebank 4, Bellshill 1. Cumbernauld 2, Rutherglen 1. Greenock Juniors 4, Maybole 0. Kilsyth 5, Shotts 1. Largs 3, Kilwinning 1. Ayrshire District League. Craigmark 4, Salcoats 0. Darvel 1, Irvine 2. Luga 1, Whitlets 1. Muirkirk 1, Dalry 3. Central District First. Leesmahago 1, Johnsonborough 3. Neilston 4, St Anthony's 1. Renfrew 2, Maryhill 0. Rossvale 7, Wishaw 1. St Roch 6, Carluke 0. Thornywood 3, Dunnypace 2. Vale of Clyde 1, Larkhall 1. West of Scotland Central District 2nd. Ashfield 3, Gartcairn 4. Glasgow Perthshire 5, Newmains 3. Lanark 0, Benburb 0. Port Glasgow Juniors 1, Cambuslang 2. Royal Albert 1, Forth Wanderers 1. Vale of Leven 2, East Kilbride 3. And now it's over to Stuart McConnell, who was at Meadow Park.
The park where the final score in the Stagecoach Super League Premier Division match was Irvine Meadow 1, Pollok 1. Two sides went into the game, both winless, and who would have thought that from two former Premier Division winners? Meadow were under pressure to turn things around following the 4-0 hammering at Shettleston. It was Pollok, however, who began well, and early on a handling cross into the box was easily dealt with by the Meadow defence. Then Colin Williamson shot wide from 12 yards 2 minutes later. At the other end, Gary McCann had Meadow's first chance, but his effort was well saved by the visiting goalie Jordan Longweir, and then the Meadow returning keeper Graham Shepherd, who's re-signed, made a stunning save from Mark McLennan, and also follow-up from David Winters as Pollok kept pressing. Then Finlay Fry's shot in 25 minutes was saved by the keeper as Pollok kept pushing, and then there was, however, just on the stroke of half-time, Pollok went ahead, and it was a good goal by Chris Walker. He turned home a John Sweeney free kick, although I feel that Shepherd could perhaps have done better with that into the second half. And Sweeney had a shot just over the bar from 51 minutes, another warning sign for Meadow. And then Gary McCann had a spectacular effort tipped over the bar by the keeper in 60 minutes. And then Ryan Deese, who came on, made a bit of difference for Meadow, and he had one shot that deflected wide from inside the box by the defence in 69 minutes. But a minute later, the same player's persistence won the equaliser as he was under pressure from a defender, but managed to knock the ball in after sort of an error by the keeper. The defender sort of played it off him, and he sort of finished. So it was a good strike there. 4 minutes from time, Meadow were reduced to 10 men when Mark Todd was sent off for swearing, perhaps a bit harsh because there's quite a lot of language used throughout the game. Meadow will certainly be hoping that they have a week off next week that this result can turn the corner for them. Still Boston, of course, with joint with Pollok following this result, but there were better signs especially in the second half with Dees and Hall coming on. Paul Maxwell, the strikers, looking to come back to sharper, sort of more fitness again after some injury problems. So not all doom and gloom, but they need to sort of win to pick things up quite soon. So from Meadow Park, with the final score in this Stagecoach Super League Premier Division match was Irvine Meadow 1, Pollok 1. It's Stuart McConnell for Kicktalk. Yeah, Stevie, so hard fought, game, and ended up a point. How did you see it?
I think it was a terrible game. I think it was a terrible game for the spectators to watch. There was limited quality in the park for your side and for Pollok. Yeah. It was 100 mile an hour football. They've scored a goal for an error in their part for Graham. He went on to produce about 4 or 5 great saves, Graham Shepherd. But I think we're at the introduction of Ryan Dees and Chris Hall to spark the team up a bit.
Yeah. You brought obviously Shepherd back. Have you brought him back?
Graham back full time.
Pleased about that.
I'm delighted about that. He played a Queen's game was during the week and he was exceptional.
Where had he been in between?
He was working away, and he came back here in the office to go to 1 or 2 other clubs. But obviously, I wasn't happy with the goalkeeping position at the club. And I got in contact with him, and he was more than happy to come back and play for Irvine Meadow.
And how do you be looking to win the game? But do you feel that maybe eases a wee bit, after 2 defeats?
No, listen, it's a point, and you need to start somewhere. You need to start somewhere, and the bottom line is, I think the game could have swung anyway. Gary McCann's had a great volley, and Ryan Dees had a volley, and Max should have done better with a situation at the time. So I suppose I'm just saying I'm happy with a point. I would say aye. I would be. I think the manager would be happy with a point.
And did okay. He got the goal, obviously. It was a bit of fortune, but you were needing it. You don't get many breaks.
I wouldn't say it was a bit of fortune. I think his tenacity and his bravery won him the goal. And right, that's just Ryan Dees.
I mean, just it kind of blocked. He kind of had another go after the goal. He kind of dropped it and it kind of battered it in off him.
That's just Ryan Dees, but and I'm delighted for him because he's just back for America Thursday morning, so it was a lot for the boy to come out and
holiday,
play. Aye, he was over on holiday.
How did you feel about the sending off? It seemed to be a straight red, was it?
It looked like a red for foul and abuse of language, but if you're going to send everybody off for swearing in the park, we're going to end up 5 aside.
It's harsh.
And it was, I spoke to Twado the other now, and they did call it, they did say, you need to fucking do this, you need to fucking do that, or whatever it may be. But in between times there's been 101 swearing moments, and I thought, fine, if we're going to send people off for swearing, fine, but you need to be consistent and send everybody off,
Are you hopeful to turn things around now and try to get off the bottom?
Aye, well, hopefully we're going a wee run, so we'll see how it goes, Stuart.
And thanks to Stuart McConnell for his reports from Meadow Park. I, however, was at Barfields Park, Largs, where the score was Largs Thistle 3, Kilwinning Rangers 1. It was a breathless start to this encounter, with Largs opening and scoring in only 3 minutes. James Marks was put through on the left, hit a fierce shot off the crossbar. Striker Alan Frizzell followed up 1-0. Despite protests of a foul in the build-up, Kilwinning equalised on 4 minutes. It was a stunning diagonal volley from 20 yards out on the left-hand side. Boylan's strike dipped into the top right-hand corner of the net. It was probably, even at this early stage, one of the goals of the season. Now, Largs moved 2-1 up in 13 minutes. It was an arching free kick from Glenn Thompson on the left, headed home by James Marks for his 4th goal in 3 games. Kilwinning should have equalised almost direct from kick-off, and they spun several good openings, with Largs having Ross Lundy to thank for making some crucial saves. However, Largs up to the ante, with Frizzell and Muir going close, both clean through in goal, and the game was really on a knife edge. The next goal was going to be crucial. James Marks showed excellent pace to beat a defender to the right, cut inside and firing a shot which was pushed onto the post by keeper Adam Strain. But from the following corner, Thompson was the supplier yet again. Marks fired the loose ball into the net from close range to round off a hard-fought victory for Largs. Buff certainly had a number of openings, especially in the first half. Largs defended resolutely, limiting Buffs to less opportunities in the second half. Well, Thistle's Lundy in goal was a calming presence at the back. Thistle are now in 3rd spot in the Premier behind Kilsyth and Clydebank, while Buffs, with 1 win out of 3, they'll be looking to rediscover the Ardagh Cup form as we head into the week 4 round of games. So, the final score at Barfields Park, Largs Thistle 3, Kilwinning 1, Callum Corral for Kicktalk. I'm with Stuart Davison after Largs. This was 3-1 win over Kilwinning. A bit like last week's game in a way, in terms of it was a really tough match, but Largs really came out of it well.
Yep, it was pretty similar in regards to it was a battle. It was a right hard game. So it was, I said that to the boys at half time, that we were in a right hard game here and we had to stand up and be counted. And that's what it did. I thought the boys were magnificent today. People maybe think it was the prettiest of performances, but I thought the way they matched their man, they fought away, they were dogged, and I thought we deserved the win because we won that against a good Kilwinning team. They've got some really good players in that team, so I thought they'd done really, really well today.
It's not often you see 2 goals scored in 5 minutes. Hasn't even been on the clock.
Well,
a well-won start.
We're quite good at going a goal down, so I was like, that's brilliant to get a goal ahead for a change, and then just a minute later the boys took it brilliant, although Alan seems to think he was fouled and the game just seemed to stand still and the boys hit a great hit into the net, so for there you're like, oh no, here we go again. But the boys again just rolled up the sleeves and they got on with it and showed what they're made of. So we can't complain about that.
I see James Marks thundered the crossbar, didn't he? And then Frizzell got in there, and then it was a great header from Marks, wasn't it, to go to?
It's a great header, great ball in for, I think it was Glenn as well. He put it in a plate for him and James just guided it in. It was a really good goal. Kevin had actually just says to me, if we get something organised for this free kick, what to do. So after he scored, I says, aye, we have. So it was a good header.
And like the second half, there'd been chances for both teams in that first half, but Largs had a wee chance there at the start of the second half to maybe get a bit of a clear advantage.
Was that Murray?
I think Frizzell had the chance as well.
I've had a couple of wee chances actually just to get that goal to give yourself a bit more breathing space. And you've got to take it and make it a lot easier for us. But again, we missed it and we just kept going, kept battling away, and I think we deserved another goal. Just makes it a bit easier for me in the touchline.
That was, like I say, the third goal was critical, I suppose, and it was James in the end of it.
Yeah, it's like he'll get you goals. He'll miss chances, but he'll get you goals, and I think that's 4 in 3 games he's got. So
it showed a lot of powerful running today as well, didn't it?
Him and Frizz, I thought they worked really hard.
Going in any piece.
And to be fair, the last game we played Kilwinning, and it was they two up front as well, but we didn't turn them or anything, we didn't challenge them. So it was good to see that they done that today once we challenged them to it.
And defensively, it was, you had to roll your sleeves up as well. Kilwinning had a lot of play up in their area, and if it was Brian or Craig Allen getting good clearances in, it was like I say, they had chances. I mean, they missed a few great chances as well.
They had a couple of good opportunities, but I thought over the piece we did defend well. For Craig Allen and Brian, they were really good at the back because they gave us a torrid time the last game. So they did at the back, we didn't know how to handle them, and I thought that the both of them worked really well, as they've been doing in the recent weeks. The 3 of them have been great.
And with Chris Strain after Kilwinning's defeat at Largs, that was obviously a tough one because Kilwinning played, I thought, quite well and had a lot of good chances, especially in the first half.
It was a difficult one to take in terms of the result, but I thought Largs had a game plan and they stuck to it well, and from our point of view we just didn't capitalise on the chances we had in the first half, but fair play to Largs, they stuck at it and they made things difficult for us, and they got their goals. Pure defending on our part for the goals, but they got them at the right time of the game, and from that point of view they did well to hold on and get the 3 points.
I thought at one point we were going to have a 6-all after the first 5 minutes. The chances flying, and it could have been even, let's say, it could have been 2 each.
We've missed a few pinches, to be honest, to equalise, and
it's a great equaliser.
The equaliser from Brian Boyle and something special, but it's scant consolation today on the basis that we warned the boys. Largs would approach the game with an intent, given the fact that we beat them in the Ardagh Cup, and they came, started the game well, scored the goal, we got the equaliser straight away, and then we fell asleep at a set piece, lost a poor goal from our point of view, and then we had numerous chances to equalise before half time. In all honesty, after half time I think Largs let us have the ball, sit deep and try to hit us in the counter attack, and to be honest they were fairly comfortable in the second half, maybe a few saves. The goalkeeper got man of the match for Largs, so that shows you probably where we are, but I was disappointed in some of the naivety in our play, and that's something that we'll need to address if we're going to pick up more points in this league.
Sure. And looking at it so far, you've got to the Ardagh Cup semi-finals, going out in penalties, but you've already beaten some Premier teams this season, so it's a long way to go this season, and there's obviously you'll be wanting to really make amends in the next match.
You can't, in this league, you can't let teams get away for you and hope to mount a challenge, so the challenge for us is getting some consistency in our game. We've lost 3 games this season, and 2 in the league and 1 in the cup, out with the penalty defeat, so I'm really looking for us to try and make sure that we're harder to beat. We might have to sacrifice some of our forward play in that respect, but at the end of the day we've got to do better in terms of defending, and we lost 2 goals for set pieces today, which is really, really annoying from a management point of view.
Okay, Chris, thanks very much.